Right, well, many of you guys that watch the channel and the videos that I put out will be all too aware that I use Element optics. As you can see, I've even got the t-shirt. Now, I'm a big fan of these scopes. I'm not being paid to say this or anything. This is purely off my own back from one basic, just kind of foxer kind of guy to you guys. If you want a decent optic for day shooting at a good price, something you can dial in reliably if you're doing a bit of long range stuff, etc, etc, then you will not go far wrong with an Element scope. You can see here I've got a 3-18 Titan sat on my 2.2 there. This has been a really good scope for the rimfire. You could use that on centerfire quite happily, just as good, but I've found it's been brilliant on that, and that low base mag is really good for night vision add-ons or any sort of add-on you want to add front or back. On the 260, I have been using for a long time the Nexus 5-20x50. This is the earlier model. They've now brought out a version 2, which is this one, which I've now upgraded to. I've had a lot of luck with these. Well, I won't say luck, it's not luck at all. They're just precision scopes and they do exactly what you expect them to do. So they've served me very, very well. This one, I've got to admit, I've been quite reluctant to take it off because I've been so kind of like, oh, it works, I hit stuff with it. And to then take it off and put this one on sort of did come hard. But saying that, this is a big improvement over these. Not that there's anything wrong with these, dead happy with the original Nexus, but Element have just pushed the bar further and have included some really nice sort of features in that with this. For instance, before you had a little dial on the side here for your illuminated reticle. They've now got a push button on the side there, which is nice. You've got a bigger parallax adjustment knob, so it's much easier to, this was a little bit small, and you actually see on here that I've put a cable tie on there just to make it a little bit easier to adjust. Element have obviously picked up on that and have increased the size of that dial on the side there to make it much easier to get very fine adjustments. They've also increased the magnification on this to 25, from this one was a 20, so they've gone up to 25, and they've also lowered the base mag. This is a 4x base mag, this was a 5x. You've also got the option now where you can have a capped windage turret on this. I've chosen not to have it capped, and I prefer it to have it exposed, and they supply a thread protector which I'll put on there. You've also got the option of a little I don't know what you call this thing, like a little throw lever which winds in on here. You don't have to use it, I haven't on here, but they supply a little blanking plug if you don't want to use it, so you've got the option there. But that is nice to quickly zoom in and out with. Zero stop as standard on all three of these scopes. You've also got on this one now, they've got a tool-free zero stop. So before with this one, you'd have to take the turret off and you had 3 little grub screws on a ring there, which you had to slacken off to be able to alter your zero stop. On this one, it's all tool-free. You just pull up the turret, turn it around to where you need it, lock it down, and it automatically just resets to your zero. What it actually does is it goes back 4 or maybe 5 clicks. I can't remember without looking at the manual. I've literally just put this on, but it allows you a little bit of travel below your zero, you know, your point of zero. There's also a little indicator on here which comes on so that when you do one full rotation of the turret, which incidentally I believe is 25 MOA per rotation. These I think were 20, yeah, 20 on these. So you get an extra bit of elevation rotation on there. You also notice they've increased the size of the turret housing to allow for that. But yeah, there's a little indicator on the side there, which when you've been round one rotation, it comes up so you know that you're now on the second rotation, which is another nice little feature. They've also changed the crosshair from what's in this one, and I like what they've done with that one. I just find it's a little bit better, a bit more instinctive for the hold-offs for wind and stuff. So nice crisp crosshair in that one. I think there are several different options for crosshairs in that. I'm not entirely sure. I should really have probably looked online to see what was available first, but I know that all of these scopes come in MOA and mils, and they have various different crosshair options to suit your liking. Anyway, in a nutshell, precision rifle scopes, these do dial exactly where you want them to. They track perfectly, and very good glass. I'm not sure if I'm actually meant to say it, but I know for a fact that these Nexus, at least, and some of the other, I believe, top-end scopes from the Element range all come out of the same factory as the Night Force ATAC R and use the same glass. So you're getting top-notch scope, but at a lot cheaper price than an ATAC R. So I think roughly these go for, I believe, around about £1,300 for the Mark 1 Nexus. The new one here, the version 2, is about 2,050, and this little one I think I'm right in saying it's about 810. I could be wrong, but somewhere about the 800 mark for the Titan 3 to 18. Whichever one of these you pick, and there are others in the range, so do have a look. Sportsman's Gun Centre, Scott Country, there are a couple of guys that I know supply these, so yeah, check out the range, and as I say, you will not go far wrong with an Element optic.